Hi everyone, the Simple Dad here. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra has one of the most powerful smartphone cameras ever, but are you using it to its full potential? In this video, I'll be sharing you 10 must-know tips and tricks to take your photos and videos to the next level. So from pro level settings to hidden features, these hacks will help you capture stunning shots every time. So let's dive in. So with feature number 1, in camera mode, you've got different modes here. You've got photo mode and you got your portrait mode. I would highly suggest using your portrait mode as your main camera, as this basically focuses on one person and gives a bokeh effect. So if you're taking pictures of your girlfriend or your puppies or any pets and you want to take some nice photos, then I would highly recommend use portrait mode. As an example here, this is in photo mode and this is in portrait mode. As you can see, it has basically focused on your subject here and it has basically blurred all the subject behind. If you look at the normal photo mode, you'll see that your subject is in focus. However, whatever's behind as well, it's in focus as well. And this gives a distraction for your photos. So I would highly recommend use portrait mode. Now portrait mode is available in selfie mode as well and in the back cameras as well. So here you just go ahead and find portrait and go ahead and take your picture. Now feature number 2 is to use 200 megapixel feature on your Samsung S25 Ultra. So here on your Samsung S25 Ultra, you've got a camera feature which can take 200 megapixels. And say for example, if you're walking in the park or maybe you've taken a road trip to some nice hill station and you want to take some pictures, I would highly recommend you change this to 200 megapixels by tapping at the top here. Change it to 200 megapixels. And now when you take some pictures, you'll get basically very clear and sharp images. With that 200 megapixels, you can also send it to a print shop and enlarge it to make a nice canvas for your home. Now tip number 3 is to use your 50 megapixels to have 5x zoom. So in the old Samsung S24 Ultra, you had the 12 megapixels and you could only zoom 5 times. However, with the new S25 Ultra, you can now change it to 50 megapixels and you can basically zoom 5 times. So by doing this, you basically have a good micro lens and you can take some stunning pictures with your Samsung S25 Ultra. So in the next tip, which is tip number 4, you need to take advantage of motion pictures. So here at the top, you have some motion photos and you can basically take advantage of this, as when it takes a picture, it'll basically create a video. So it'll take 1 second before, 1 second when you tap the shutter, and 1 second after you've taken the shutter. So as an example here, I'll go ahead and just tap it, take a picture. So now once I've taken a picture, I can go ahead and tap on that. And now as you see my hand coming into the frame. You can see it as well leaving the frame. So here you can go ahead and take the best picture, or if you've taken a picture using the Samsung S25 Ultra, you can basically choose the best face. So as I was telling you, you can go ahead and take the best faces on your Samsung S25 Ultra. So here you can go ahead and press up and you can go ahead and tap on choose best face. From here, you can go ahead and choose all the best faces that your S25 Ultra has captured. Now the next feature which I want to talk about is feature number 5, where you can basically take a selfie with your palm. So as you know, if you're taking a selfie, you can basically just go ahead and hold the camera as far as you want. And you can go ahead and take a selfie. You don't need to go ahead and press this button here, as you can just go ahead and show your palm and this will take a selfie. So to turn on the palm gesture to take a photo on your Samsung S25 Ultra, you want to go ahead and tap on the 4 dots, then tap on settings. Next, you want to go ahead and find shooting mode or shooting methods. Now from here, you want to go ahead and find show palm. So when you show your palm to the camera to take a selfie or start recording selfie videos, go ahead and turn this feature on. Now you want to go back. And now when you show your palm to the camera, it'll take a picture. As you can see, to take a video, switch it over to video mode and then go ahead and show your palm. And this will basically take a video for you. Now this leads us to our next feature, which is basically taking a selfie with voice command. So your Samsung S25 Ultra can also shoot using your voice. So let me show you how to configure this. Here you need to go ahead and tap on the 4 dots, then tap on settings. Next, you want to go ahead and scroll down to see shooting methods again. Now from here, you want to find voice command. So here it takes pictures by saying smile, cheese, capture or shoot, or record videos by saying record video. So let's go ahead and switch this on. Now you want to go back, turn on selfie mode, and then you want to go ahead and say your command, shoot. Smile. Record video. So like this, you can use voice commands and take different pose photos each time. Just to add to this, with your voice command and your palm gesture, it also works on the camera at the back. As you know, the back cameras have the best quality, so I would highly recommend that if you want to take pictures with your S25 Ultra, use the back camera and go ahead and use the voice command. So here I'll say cheese. And for photos, you can just go ahead and say record video. And it records your video. Now I want to talk about the next feature, which is your multi-timer photo option. So this multi-timer photo option will take several pictures together with a gap in the middle. So you can use palm gesture or voice command and then take different pose photos each time, or record yourself dancing or maybe doing some action. So let me show you how to turn this on. Go ahead and open your camera app, then tap on this 4 dots. From here, tap settings. Now from here, you want to go ahead and find camera assistance. Then you want to go ahead and scroll down until you see timer multi-photo option. So as you can see, you can take 1 picture, 3 picture, 5 picture, or 7 pictures. I would highly recommend choose 5 pictures, and then you can go ahead and choose what interval gap you want between those pictures. So let's say 3 seconds. Now go ahead and set up your camera, change it to photo mode. Go ahead and set this camera, and then go ahead and say shoot. And now it's taken the first picture. It'll have a 3-second gap, and then it'll take the next picture. As you can see at the top, you have a timer which is going on, and you can basically show different poses of yourself in that photo. So this feature is really helpful as it takes photos of you in different poses. Now we'll move on to the next feature, which is feature number 9, where you can basically turn your video into a photo. Your Samsung S25 Ultra basically can record 8K videos, and with that 8K video, you can basically turn those videos into a photo. So to do this, you want to go ahead and first turn on video mode. Go ahead and record with your back camera. At the top here, where it says FHD or QHD for some of you, go ahead and tap on this, tap 8K and choose 30 frames, and then go ahead and record your video. Now here I've already recorded a video. This is the video I recorded. Now to take a picture out of this video, I can go ahead and tap on this video at the bottom, and then go ahead and choose what frame I want to take as a photo. So for example, let's just say this frame here. Now to take this frame as a photo and store it in my phone library, I'll go ahead and press this photo icon here, just at the bottom left. This will now take a picture from that video. So when you go into gallery and you view that picture, this photo is in high resolution. So it's in the resolution of 8K as it has been taken from your video of 8K. Now the last tip for this video, I would say is really useful, as you can basically save your camera settings. So whatever settings you have saved on your camera app, next time when you use your camera app, you're not fiddling around and wasting time reconfiguring those settings. So to save your camera settings, you want to go ahead and tap on this 4 dots, then tap on settings. Now you want to go ahead and scroll down until you see settings to keep. Now you can go ahead and go through this list and choose what settings you want to keep. So let's say, for example, camera mode. So in this camera mode option, when you're in the camera app and you turned on the video mode, when you turn off camera app and you return back to it, it'll basically go back to video mode. At the bottom here, you can get your selfie angle. So you can keep the angle you last used for your front camera. Camera will no longer switch between the normal and the wide angle lenses. Here you can go ahead and choose your resolution. So you can keep 50 or 200 megapixels. This will basically save you from switching the resolution. Next, you can go ahead and choose the filters. Then you can go ahead and choose if you want to have super steady mode on or off. You can go ahead and keep your portrait zoom. So you want to keep your zoom you last used for your rear camera for portrait mode instead of always starting to a default zoom lens. Lastly, you want to go ahead and keep your exposure. So you want to keep the exposure settings you last used instead of resetting it when you close your camera. So go ahead and mess about with the settings to keep and go ahead and see what settings you like on your S25 Ultra camera app. So there you go, guys. Those were the 10 must-know tips and tricks to take your photo and video to the next level. If you found this video useful, then please subscribe to this channel and please like this video. Your support to this channel is really great as it makes this channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.